The price of free mangoes, twist and tale, where simple moments turn into lifelong lessons. Today's story begins with something that feels harmless and ends with something no one expected. It was a hot summer afternoon in a quiet village, the kind of heat that slows down time and keeps people indoors. The roads were empty. The air stood still. On the edge of the village walked a young man named Ramesh. Ramesh wasn't cruel. He wasn't heartless. He was the kind of person who smiled easily, laughed loudly, and believed that being clever meant finding shortcuts whenever possible. As he walked, wiping sweat from his forehead, his steps suddenly slowed, not because he was tired, but because he saw something tempting. A mango tree, tall, full, heavy with ripe golden mangoes glowing in the sunlight. The tree belonged to old Babu Lal, but right now there was no one around. Ramesh looked left, then right. Silence. A small smile formed on his face. "Free mangoes in summer," he whispered. "What a blessing!" He jumped over the fence, climbed the tree with ease, one mango, then another, then many more. The juice dripped down his fingers. The sweet smell filled the air. Soon his cloth bag was full. By the time he climbed down, his hands were sticky and his conscience quiet. Ramesh walked back home, humming softly. In his mind, he could already taste mango slices sprinkled with salt and chili. He felt satisfied because nothing, at least to him, had gone wrong. And that's the thing about choices like these. They don't feel dangerous. They feel ordinary, almost harmless. As Ramesh stepped onto the main road, his thoughts were still sweet. So sweet that he didn't hear the sound approaching behind him. He didn't notice the shadow growing closer. He didn't have time to react. The bag tore open. Mangoes flew into the air and smashed onto the road. Villagers ran toward the noise. Dust rose, and Ramesh lay there, barely conscious, his legs twisted unnaturally. He was rushed to the hospital. Doctors tried everything they could, but some damage cannot be undone. One leg had to be amputated. Days later, Ramesh opened his eyes in a quiet hospital room. The smell of medicine filled the air. His body felt heavy. The doctor stood nearby. Ramesh's voice was weak as he asked, "Where are the mangoes?" From that day on, Ramesh had enough time to think about the mangoes, the road, the moment everything changed. And the village learned something too, not from books, not from sermons, but from one quiet story. So let me ask you, if you were there that afternoon, would you still call them free mangoes? Twist and tale, stories that stay.